Welcome to the very first episode of the Partner Marketing Unlocked podcast. I'm your host, Amir Motameni. And today we're going to be diving into the question that I get all the time. What is partner marketing and why is it important? And I want to talk about why I think it's one of the most underrated roles in the B2B tech space. So if you've been around the tech or SaaS world, you've probably heard about partnerships, channel or ecosystem or marketplaces. And within that sits partner marketing. And another word for partner marketing is co-marketing with partners. You could either market to your partners, through your partners, or with your partners. And I think partner marketing sometimes gets left in the shadows. And yet it is one of the most powerful levers that a company can leverage for growth. And a lot of companies are not doing it right. And if you're a partner marketer, you know the reality. We're often under-resourced. Sometimes we're even a one-man show while juggling relationships with sometimes hundreds of partners. And on any given day, you're trying to figure out, how do I scale? How do I build repeatable campaigns that can serve many? How can I build these campaigns in a box that partners will actually use? How can we get partners to actually leverage the partner portal to download assets and get the enablement material they can use to help sell? And it's tough because we're also trying to create unique, high opportunity, high touch campaigns with strategic partners. And so the truth is, partner marketing is also very reactive, and we're always responding to new partner requests, which come last minute from the channel team or from the partner. And a lot of these campaigns are not planned out far enough in advance. We don't have enough budget for it at times, or no budget at times. And it's tough. It's tough doing things ad hoc, and it's tough doing one-off campaigns and being reactive versus being proactive, which is what you should be doing. You should be leading the strategy. You should be building alignment early on with your partners, with your marketing team and sales team internally, and you should be creating these plays and use cases that partners can execute with clarity. And you need to have shared goals and understand what that ROI looks like upfront before you even launch any campaign or do any activity. So let's be honest. Alignment, that is a big issue as well. I think that's why this is a challenging role, and it's not always there. Again, sometimes your channel team is purely focused on pure pipeline, which makes sense. And sometimes your partners also have different goals that aren't completely aligned. And so it's tough trying to fight for airtime with the partner, with your channel team internally, to get that appropriate alignment before launching a campaign. And so because of that challenge, this is why I wanted to create this podcast. And I also realized that there's not a lot of resources out there when it comes to partner marketing. There are some websites, there are some podcasts, there are some YouTube channels, but there's not that many, like compared to just traditional marketing, or even on the channel side or the strategic alliances side, or just general partner side. And so I think partner marketing is one of the toughest yet most impactful roles in B2B. And my goal here and with this podcast is to shine light on strategies, different tactics that you can use, frameworks, different stories, different plays that you can use to elevate your marketing campaigns. And I also want to bring in different practitioners, different partner marketers, partner marketing leaders, marketing leaders, and even folks from the channel ecosystem. So even, partner account managers, business development managers, and so on, to shine the light on not only partner marketing, but just the channel ecosystem itself. So to get started on this episode, let's just start off what partner marketing is. A lot of people are confused and ask me, like, you're in partner marketing, what does that mean? What do you guys do? And at its core, it's a go-to-market strategy. And it's a strategic collaboration between two businesses or more, where we join forces to promote products, services, or joint solutions with a goal of essentially just driving more pipeline and revenue. Like, having shared marketing goals with a partner is obviously key. So those goals can include increasing brand awareness, expanding customer reach, generating high quality leads, building credibility in a new market if you don't have exposure within a specific market. And so those are just the main things that we focus on. Ideally, the whole goal is to basically build pipeline, and then obviously handing that off to our partner, their sales team, or our sales team to co-sell with a partner to create that pipeline into closed won opportunities and ultimately revenue for the company. And based on the partner marketing campaigns that we run, obviously it's mostly again around demand generation, driving leads. And this is mutually beneficial for your organization and also for the partner because again, it allows you to access new audiences. It gives you more exposure and reach, like I mentioned. You could share resources and costs essentially. So usually you work at a company and you have an MDF, so a partner might be running a campaign. You can amplify that campaign by paying half of that budget for that, like LinkedIn ads campaign or that Google AdWords campaign or whatever it may be. So you're sharing the costs, which is great. So you get to expand your budget. And again, the biggest thing here is you get enhanced credibility by leveraging each other's strengths and targeting each other's databases, your customers, your prospects. Like it just, the biggest thing here is you're getting exposure to your partner's audience, basically their customer base, which their customers trust them. They trust their recommendations essentially. So if a partner is recommending your software to their customers, that is a huge in. And that is why partnerships are very powerful. So what are the key aspects of partner marketing? So these are 5 key aspects that make partner marketing powerful. So we'll continue on that theme. So again, partnerships in general and partner marketing is an added benefit of partnerships, but the benefit of partnering with a company, again, it's always a win-win situation. You have to make sure though that your partner is getting value and that you are getting value. If it's one-sided and only one company is getting some value, then the partnership will not last. Going back to audience expansion. So again, the key benefit of partner marketing, you gain access to your partner's customer base and they can gain access to yours. So that's huge when you're trying to grow your audience and database without burning cash or if you have no budget at all. Resourcing and cost sharing, like I mentioned earlier, if you're co-creating content with your partner, if you're doing joint webinars, if you're going to events together, you could share event budgets and this becomes cost effective when 2 companies can split the work, split the cost, especially in this economy right now where budgets are getting decreased and it's costing a ton of money to get in front of audiences. It takes 10 to 20 touches before a lead actually converts into an opportunity and a closed one opportunity. So it can take a ton of time, but if you're doing this together with your partner, you actually increase the velocity of the sale, which is huge, and you can shorten sales cycles. Enhance credibility again with partners. When your logo shows up next to a trusted brand, like a huge brand, sometimes I've been on the side where I was the smaller partner, essentially working at a startup, 100-person startup, and you do a partner marketing campaign, a co-branding campaign with a company like a HubSpot or a Salesforce, huge CRM companies, like you get legitimate credibility and verification and build off of their brand equity by doing a joint webinar together. So this is good to build credibility within their ecosystem, within their audiences as well. And again, strategic alignment is huge. The best partnerships happen when there are goals, when there are values, when your target audiences line up, when you're going after the same ICP, when you are providing value together with your partner, that's huge. And these 5 pillars are why I think partner marketing is important. And when it's done right, it definitely outperforms your traditional marketing channels and going to market alone. So what's the difference between partner marketing and like partnerships in the channel team? So sometimes there is confusion within the org itself. And so when it comes to the channel partnerships team, they are the ones that are focusing on another company's network. So they are trying to get a partner to basically sell or deliver your product. So think resellers, you got value added resellers, you got distributors, you got referral partners. And so these channel partners are essentially an extension of your sales team. So one big reason why they're valuable, like I mentioned earlier, they shorten your sales cycles. they increase your average deal size. So the ACV is typically 2, 3, 4 times higher than what your sales team directly can sell. And the reason for that is because the customer already trusts the channel partner. So they're able to increase that sale size. And instead of getting like a small pilot, they can take the time to build the trust, build a custom solution with your solutions in there, and sell more licenses early on. So that's huge. Strategic alliances, that is more of a broader strategy. So they can include joint ventures, product integrations, co-developing new solutions together that you can go to market with. And this is all about, again, shared goals, shared risks, shared rewards. Typically, this is more of like the co-sell model. And both companies have their independent goals, but we go to market together, we sell together, and you control that life cycle essentially together to close deals with them. The key difference here is channel is a subset of strategic alliances. I think it's more specifically focused on go to market and sales. Partner marketing is what sits in the middle of this. It's the storytelling, it's the campaigns, it's the go to market motions that take those alliances and channels and those strategies and those solutions and putting them in front of the end user and telling them why it's important. So why does partner marketing matter? Why is it considered underrated? I mentioned that earlier in the episode. Partner marketing, I think, is important because it impacts three massive growth levers. So pipeline, that's a theme here, obviously. Co-marketing helps accelerate deals. Customers, they see your solution and your partner's solution together. That builds trust. And that's why, again, over and over, we hear that deals are bigger with partners. And it's a win-win when you include a partner in that go-to-market strategy. Awareness, again, a key theme I've mentioned earlier. Getting your logo next to a well-known brand puts you on the map faster than going at it alone. So you can piggyback off of that brand equity of larger partners, and that can help increase and drive more demand for your product. Go-to-market alignment. So partner marketers are the glue between sales, product, internal marketing, and the partners and alliances. So you have to align with different teams, sometimes even different companies, to execute a single narrative, which is obviously very difficult. You're a project manager, you are someone who's doing email marketing, demand gen marketing. Like, there's a lot of different hats that you have to wear, and that's hard. But when it clicks, it creates a lot of momentum that you can build on, and it's going to drive revenue quicker. What's the biggest challenge in partner marketing? I think pipeline attribution is a big challenge. It's not always clean. And because partner marketers often sit between orgs, our impact gets overlooked at times. It's hard to delineate like between first touch attribution and last touch attribution. And it's hard to correlate what impact partner marketing actually had within that buyer's journey. You don't know like what touch point actually got the prospect to convert. So that's one of the biggest challenges when it comes to partner marketing. And so to end the episode, I didn't start off talking about my personal journey yet or at the beginning of this episode, but so I started my career off in sports, and then I pivoted into sales and tech sales specifically. And then I eventually went into direct marketing 6 years ago, got my first role in partnerships, and I had no experience with channel or strategic alliances or that ecosystem or at all. And I found my way into partnerships and I fell in love with it. I think it was a perfect blend of the relationship building I got from sales, the creativity from marketing, the strategic thinking from both from marketing and from sales. And so it got me really excited to blend those two roles. And basically the last 6 years, I've worked on everything from Crow-branded case studies, joint webinars, building campaigns with resellers, value-added resellers, referral partners, GSIs, so working with SIs like PwC, Accenture. And what I've learned in this is that, partner marketing folks are like Swiss Army knives in B2B. So like one day you're writing content, the next day you're planning to go to market motion with 3 different companies. and the next day you're doing sales enablement and alignment. So it's very dynamic, it's very collaborative, and when it works, the growth can be exponential. So I believe partner marketing is one of the most underrated roles in B2B. And again, that's what this podcast is about. So trying to shine light on marketing plays and strategies that can work for your organization. And so, again, like I said, I will start bringing on guests and practitioners to talk about real life experiences. So, if you found this helpful, make sure to hit the subscribe button on YouTube or your favorite podcast app and share it with any other partner marketer that you think this would be relevant to, and connect with me on LinkedIn. Love to hear your stories. So this is just the beginning. So welcome to the Partner Marketing Unlocked podcast, and I'll see you on the next episode.